Bondi terror attack has seen a number of heroes celebrated for selfless acts of courage in taking on 2 gunmen who killed 15 civilians. One of those heroes is Kiwi man Amandeep Singh Boa from Papakura, who helped police restrain one of the gunmen. Amandeep is with us now from Bondi. Hey, thank you so much for being with us this morning, Amandeep. Can you just walk us through exactly what happened on that day? What were you doing when you heard those gunshots?
Morena, it's a bit early here, so excuse my croaky voice. It's it's been a rough couple of days, but basically what happened was it was our Christmas lunch, and afterwards we headed down to another bar near Bondi, and everybody had left, and as you do after a couple of drinks, I got a kebab and went down towards the beach and thought I'd enjoy a nice view. And I was talking to a couple of guys there. We're having a good conversation, and that's when we heard all these pops. And I was just like, oh no, it's just firecrackers. And then people started running for their lives, screaming. I never seen anything like that in my life, so it was crazy, but I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I just ran straight towards the gunshots, and I was asking people along the way if they had seen or they know whereabouts they are or he is. One gentleman stopped and he said he was near the bridge. I know the area quite well because I've been here for almost 7 years now, and Bondi is a big place that I've been to a lot my whole time here in Australia. I call it my home as well, you know what I mean? So I'm quite fortunate. I know the area well, so I was hiding behind a couple of walls and behind a tree there until I saw him go down.
Amandeep, can I just stop you there at that point? Because many people would be hearing this and saying, you heard the gunshots, lots of people were running away, and we've seen that footage. What was it inside you? What was going through your head that made you think, I need to go towards where the shots are coming from? I need to go and help. Why did you do that?
I just seeing all these people running, scared. Really, I think there was a lot of anger in me because it's the same as New Zealand. New Zealand's my home as well. It's like somebody coming there and knocking your door down and basically firing upon your family or hurting people that you love. So I was really angry, to be honest, and I didn't think about anything. I just ran straight towards it because I just wanted to stop what was going on. It's really hard to explain in words. You'll have to excuse if I'm a bit muddery with my words. It's been hard to sleep the last few days, but I just New Zealand and Australia are very similar in the same sense. I think Kiwis and Aussies have a mentality like no other. So I just done what I thought was right. So probably helped that we're at a Christmas party too. So I had a couple of beers, so a bit of liquid courage, but I just wish we had got there a bit earlier, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's it's just incredible, and we've got some pictures that we're going to be showing up on screen. You probably won't be able to see these, but you can see you in a white T-shirt. And you are on top of one of the gunmen. Now, this person, as I understand it, was Sajid Akram. He had been shot by police, and that's when you have run in and secured him. Is that right?
Yeah. I was hiding there for a while, and I saw him go down. And that's when I ran up, and thank God there was cops that had rushed the bridge as well. The police officer that was next to me, he's an absolute legend. These guys are copping some criticism on social media or whatever, but the New South Wales police did such a good job. The first responders, the lifeguards, these guys are the real heroes. The gentleman who took the gun off him, Ahmed. I think that's what really sums up not just Bondi but Australia as a whole. It is a multicultural place, and at the end of the day, everybody wants to look after each other, and everyone just did what they thought was right. And it afterwards was probably the only thing that gave me a little bit of comfort was the amount of people that came up to me and asked me if I was okay, from all different walks of life. You know what I mean? There was a couple Māori girls and Islander girls that had seen the gunman get out of the car. So I wanted to make sure they were okay as well. They were making sure I was okay. A young Frenchman came over and asked me if I was okay, gave me some coconut water, and there was a couple of African guys up. Like the only reason I said where they're from is because that's what Bondi is. I don't want people to have any hate or judgment towards each other. It's a time now where I think we have to stand stronger than ever together, rather than be divided. Um, but once again, I don't look at myself as a hero. It's all these innocent lives that got taken. My heart goes out to the families, the community, the Jewish community that lost a lot of people that day. I have a lot of clients that I train from the Jewish community, and the most lovely people in the world, and nobody deserves what happened. It was a very, very tragic event,
No,
and
no,
a lot of my friends said I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but actually, for once in my life, I felt like I was in the right place at the right time.
yeah, it's absolutely horrific, and of course you were in the right place and acted with absolute bravery. Can I just ask, when you were on the back of the terrorist, Sajid Akram, was he dead or dying, or did you know what was happening at that point? What was going through your mind at that point when you were on his back?
He was dying when I got on him. That's why, like I said, the officer, I hope I get to shake the guy's hand, but he just told me to stay calm in a midst of chaos. He gave me the other handcuff to handcuff him, and he just told me not to let go because, yeah, he was still alive for a while there, and then, yeah, he passed away. I could see it in his eyes, and they had to restrain a couple of people, and the other shooter was on the ground. He was still alive, so they had a lot on their plate too. So I was just glad that I could do something to help them.
Okay, and on that bridge, what precisely did the police say to you when you were holding Sajid Akram down and he was dying
I was
underneath you?
it was just the one young officer there. He just told me, he looked at me and he said, just stay calm, hold on to him. And I was shouting. You might not see it in the video, but I was shouting that he's hit, and I thought he was dying, and he just told me to stay calm. He's like, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go, don't let go. And until they had way more people up there, I let go. I felt a bit sick, and I'll be honest, I actually felt sick because I just ate a whole kebab and I sprinted towards it. So it wasn't anything to do with anything else, but yeah, it was coming back up. So I had to lay down afterwards for a bit.
I mean, it's so intense. What about the other shooter, who we know has now been charged with 15 counts of murder? What was he saying at the time when police were cuffing him?
He didn't say a word. I'll be honest, everything happened so quick, but one thing I'll never forget is, yeah, I could see his eyes, and he was staring towards me, and obviously probably the other shooter. And I don't want to make it too graphic, but I was getting his head pretty much stomped in. They had to restrain somebody that kept coming up who was full of anger, and I don't blame him. I call that guy a hero as well. And yeah, he wasn't well. I can say that much. But like I said, the New South Wales police did such a good job in controlling the situation. At the end of the day, we're all human. You know what I mean? No matter what you train for, or what people are going to criticize you for, I think they responded so well, and the cop and I don't know why. And again, the lifeguards, amazing. They helped all these people that were injured. Um, you see a guy running with a defib and bare feet. If that doesn't sum up Australia and New Zealand, I don't know what does. Yeah, so I just have to say thank you to them again. Like I said, I really just wanted to come on here and thank all those people. I don't see myself as a hero. I just did what I thought was right, but those people there, they're the heroes. There's a young officer that is in critical condition, and I wish him and his family the best. These are the people that we should really, be portraying as the heroes, but it's just a crazy day. I don't wish to ever see anything like that again.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is absolutely crazy, and the very fact that you single-handedly assisted police and were on the back of one of these people who senselessly took so many lives. I mean, it must be intense. I mean, how are you personally coping at the moment, Amandeep? And well, you know, the weekend's coming ahead. What are you going to be doing over the weekend?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't been into the gym. I went in for a couple of days because I know that's going to help, but I haven't been sleeping well. So my partner and I always listen to my mum. Whatever my mum says, I'll do. So I went to the doctors and booked in some counseling sessions. I probably think it's a good thing. I've never experienced something like this in my life before, so I know how important it's going to be to make sure I speak to the right people about it. And I recommend that to everybody that was there that day and had to go through some trauma is go speak to somebody. Australia is amazing. It's just like New Zealand. At the end of the day, they're our neighbors, they're our brothers, they're our sisters, and they've got lots of like options for you to speak to people for free if you need to. So I highly recommend that, especially for all the families. And even I have to make a specific shout out to the two heroes that tried to stop him straight away. I think his name was Boris and his wife Sophia, the elderly people that tried to take the gun off him and unfortunately aren't here with us today. These type of people are the ones that we should be talking about and celebrating and making sure they get the credit they deserve. But yeah, as for me, I just need to get some sleep, I'll be honest. I just wanted to do this interview today and just make sure everybody's okay and understand that the world's full of hate right now and we can't fight hate with hate. We just got to love each other and hug our family and tell everybody that we love them, because we're not going to move forward if we keep doing this, and we've got to stay united.
Amandeep Singh Bai, we really appreciate you coming on the show this morning in Herald Now. There's a lot of people in New Zealand who admire your actions, even though you've said, of course, that you were not a hero. You certainly acted with courage and bravery on that day, so you should be very proud of yourself. I hope you get some sleep over the next few days. Thank you so much for joining us on Herald Now this morning. That is Amandeep Singh Bai. He is originally from Papakura.